It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Raiders. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. I thought the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Come on.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive.
Come on.
He'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man complete. That's Flowers. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys.
Oh my God, how do we not get that?
But not before he's inside the 30.
How do we not get that?
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looked under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Get him out of field goal range.
Now
get him!
Right
What the?
side.
Why am I thinking that
It's
dive?
Flowers, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're...
Let me turn this shit off. Ah, boy.
to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Flowers. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
Hey, we all love a good story. And what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Running right through it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Get over there, man.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Now they try the right side here. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And they go play action now. Burrow. He's going to wind up and air it out. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
Monster.
And the Bengals have taken the lead. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
He'll drop to throw.
Oh, how'd you get killed?
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down, and then some.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Stay right here.
Now back to throw. And it's
Oh,
a
my
short one here, complete
God,
to the
this
tight end.
motherfucker.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
We got to get back there. Hit him.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with the football here. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
No. Hey.
And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Play action. It's Burrow.
Oh, that nigga.
And the Raiders have got him.
Fuck.
The goal is a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long.
That's what I'm talking about, Jamar Jr.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a throw here, hold in. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Make the block.
Here's Chase now on the jet sweep. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Keep it on the sneak, and he is going to have a Bengals first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. First down, here's Burrow. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Snap it, and punt.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Yeah, Pitts. Seal that edge.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
It's supposed to seal the fucking
He'll get
backer.
40 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
We like this. We like this. We like this right here. Shot.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow.
Get it
He'll
there.
rifle this one
Get it
deep
there.
right side.
Oh.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
That's how you...
Man open. That's Ja'Marr Chase complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Bitch.
And
That's what I'm
take
talking
this
about.
into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there.
Great run.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
Great run.
And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Vegas, baby.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1,
He's not a running
you've
back
got to be
one.
willing to be patient at times
You have
as
2
well.
running back ones.
Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
They almost got me.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete.
Oh, he shook too.
That's Flowers. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
This nigga shook 2 people.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill,
and he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Like
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Get in there. Get in there.
Wide open.
Somebody kill this
complete.
guy.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here.
Outside.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size?
Get in there.
Yes. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw.
How?
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
How do we leave him open?
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
No, stop. Right,
they'll look to throw here.
Oh, he killed me. Oh, he can swat it.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And his kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5.
Yeah, they definitely get
so he remains perfect. 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. where it was the visiting Ravens who were able to come in and take this one on the road.
And they go,
Lamar Jackson strong in the win as his guys start the second half with a victory that moves them to 6-3 on the year. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. The Jets looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Trey Lance, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far, as he's thrown a touchdown pass.
Let's go.
Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for the Bengals. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Damn, this shit ain't even let me do my halftime
adjustments. Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase.
I told you this one going to run, Chase.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
On the Jets sweep, here's Chase. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Let me get that safety.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And again this time to the tailback. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. And now trying that back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And some of his highlights here from this game, he's nearing 100 yards.
Oh, my God.
And defense have worked so hard at how to try to slow down tight ends. It was a lot easier part in the old days because they just lined up on the line of scrimmage. He either put a defensive end or a linebacker over them and tried to body them so they couldn't get off the line of scrimmage easy.
And now,
bitch.
And hit
Ball!
He lost the football. It's loose.
I knew that shit was
and
coming,
the Bengals
motherfucker.
grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Watch film.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be
watch
away
film.
from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Yeah, boy.
For a Bengals touchdown.
Yeah, boy.
Joe Burrow. A
ready for
12-yard
that.
touchdown run. And the
wasn't ready for
Bengals
that.
use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Ready for that?
And McPherson on for the extra point.
Over here, I'm checking him. They think I'm checking the passes.
And the lead is up to 15 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run.
That's a good play call.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
It's false start.
Now whistles here. I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
False start.
Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Looking to throw.
Oh, my.
And unable to connect.
Nice.
Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot.
Gardner, how you
Defense
get killed
certainly
like that?
appears
You
to be
the
ready
number
for
one
him.
corner.
Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Block, no.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Let's go.
Now the Cincinnati offense
That's
ready
what we
to
like.
see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start
empty him out
plotting
again.
for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Look at that. You go straight.
Now Burrow on 1st down.
Ah,
And down
motherfucker.
he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Damn it, I traded him there too.
It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Yep.
Steps away to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep left side.
Let's go.
One-handed. He pulled it in.
Oh, my
and
God.
All the way in for a Cincinnati score.
I just had to find
it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
He's a beast. That was pretty
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go.
They've been off.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Oh, really?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step up.
They're putting a lot of people on the line for being down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man
we can't cut the ball off.
Complete.
We just can't.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500
Lamar runs that on me all the time. You're not fast
number.
He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
You're not fast enough. This is me. This is me. This is me. This me.
He'll set up
How?
to throw.
How?
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
No, I pulled.
Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Pulled them off.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They're losing it.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Omaha.
Playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 10.
I know Jamar got out of bounds, but all right. Run that shit.
They go play action with Burrow.
Oh!
And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. The
So how you
passing
pull that
game
motherfucker?
continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Pull that
Yeah,
bitch.
with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice the game, plenty of time left,
He's supposed
but
to lock
being able
down.
to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They find some open field here. Pass the 20. 5.
They ain't see it coming.
All the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great
Untouched.
play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29
shit
now.
out of the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Up on him. Up on him.
They'll drop to throw.
Oh,
And
he's
this
supposed
time he's
to
got
die.
the hook up. It's complete. And
He
down
was
he
supposed
goes,
to
but
die.
he takes it up to the 40.
Oh, he was supposed to. Where's Brock at? He
They'll
right
look
there.
to throw now.
Scream!
First down. He finds his man. Complete. It's Flowers. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Fuck.
Back to throw again. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And this one too
Bitch,
low.
we waiting for you to get the ball.
But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time.
Double Brock ass. We good.
Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to...
Yeah!
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Tell him, baby. What? Chilling. Here we go.
And they'll run on the
block.
inside.
Come on, hold on to
They'll
78.
get only a couple down to the 44. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
11, Thomas. Check. 11.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Burrow on play action. He finds Pirine out of the backfield. And he gets it inside the 35.
Way to check that, Joe.
The 30.
Way to check that, Joe.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
I'm getting sacked. Nobody blocking.
Here's Pirine.
Oh, go.
Down to about the 22 here.
The fullback up the middle. He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and...
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
They said this game was huge, man. So we put on.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they go play action now. Burrow.
Go ahead.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
11 mighty.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Oh, they closed it.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He would have got through that
bitch. That's why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Jamar Jr. with the tutty.
Off the play fake. Here's
Burrow. Jamar Jr. What'd I say?
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
That was pretty.
Teams up this big, this late
Great
in the game,
ball.
Great
timing.
Motivation, because if it's me,
gritty,
I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
McPherson now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
Oh, Broncos just beat the 49ers.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes
I told you just
need to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here.
Bitch.
And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Swat it, dive, man.
And he comes back with one complete.
Oh, my God.
Wrap up.
Bro,
Still
what the
moving.
fuck
20.
is wrong with this guy?
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late.
Bro, what the fuck?
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did,
Bro,
my good
what
man.
the fuck? I thought I was gonna die, but what the fucking ass?
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
That's wild.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Well, not exactly a banner return.
Joe, get out there.
He doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Nah, fuck
The
y'all.
Bengals drive about to get
Fuck that,
going.
timeout.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with
Fuck this
1
team.
second to go in this game. And this one has gone pretty well to form.
That's
They've
bullshit.
come in, had little problem thus far.
Y'all
Now they'll try
niggas
to
is
polish
gonna
things off in the fourth.
Alright, I'm still taking a shot.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Into a
Fuck
double
yeah.
team, and it's intercepted.
Hit him!
Picked off at the 33. And the Raiders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points.
Brock
Allows them to
really
play with a
fucking
totally
tweaked
different
right there.
style
Like, that's
and a
crazy
different
as
flow.
fuck.
So for Cincinnati, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.
Brock, tweaked. Jamar, beast. Wandale, a beast. Jamar Jr., beast. He had some big plays on us. This nigga. So you never should have traded me, coach. 11 total tackles. Pass deflections. Force fumble. Yeah, that my nigga rookie. My nigga Tyshawn, he a beast. Let's see. Where is it at? Yeah, here we go. Second half we turned it up. Yep, second half we turned it the fuck up. That's what I'm talking about, boys.